Oakley, good afternoon, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C, where we're going to continue working on Cinera. Once we've hopefully resolved this slightly blocked ear that we have going on here. It might not affect the vocals, but it's certainly affecting the old hearing at the moment. So yeah, remember in the last stream, we were planning out style for a config printout basically, and this is it. So it was it's pretty elaborate really. It had basically a boxing in of things, and I've been thinking about this since the last stream, and I reckon I think I also thought about it at the very end of the last stream, that this sort of thing just wouldn't, it's just not suitable really. For one thing, it's very bulky, it uses up a lot of space, to present three pieces of information here. Right, you've got Martin Pozeko, his ID, you've got his name and his homepage. This is just the test thing. It's not actually an incorrect character. Three pieces of information, but we're taking up 6 columns. Sorry, 30 columns and 6 lines. So basically 6 lines is what is the bad bit. Yeah. And I mean that's just the case when you sort of outline everything with boxes. So yeah, I've decided not to go for this. It's a bit too elaborate. It uses up too much space, and I think it will be a bit more actual programming than we'd necessarily want to have to do. So yeah, we're going to go with something that's a bit simpler. And basically I'm going to try and see if we could be informed by this tree sort of a printout. I'll just put one of these drops in. We finished the ginger fruit ones, by the way. And we are now on to butterscotch flavoured drops. Mia's replied already, wow. You reckon the individual flexures could be done with origami? Constructing more complex components out of a single sheet would be an interesting puzzle also. Yeah. No idea if Mia's watching. So I might reply by chat later. But yeah. So yeah, this tree thing here, I'm sort of thinking I might try and do this. Sort of an idea. I'll show you what we've currently got going on. This is how it looks currently. Actually, let me just prevent this from happening. Good person. Yeah, it's just this. In fact, it's these very functions that I'm going to be talking about, isn't it? So let's just build. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. What happened there? Oh, did I not save the config.c file. That might have been the problem there. What time is in Mia's land actually? I think he's on. What's he on? I think he's central. If he's at home, that is. Keeping tabs on my mates. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're not printing out the bytes anymore. Got 3 lines for this. So yeah, I mean, I think we just go for it. I'm not going to design it. I'm just going to start it. So we've got a config. Want to print out the bits and bobs. So yeah, I think I decided actually that I'm going to print out this, and I'm also going to say the following. Sort of. So it's going to take a delimiter. Oh, mind, I'm going to have to change that for everyone, aren't I? All the print pair calls. So yeah. I suppose we just go and do it, don't we? I used to want to like that, so I'll just do that. You might say that anyway. Print out the identifier string, the delimiter, and then the value. And it's finding the new lines, everything. That's something I might have to change actually. So yeah, I think I will actually change that. Because when I come down to doing printing of the what's its face, the mediums, I don't think I'll want to new line it. Is that right? No, I did the delimiter. The delimiter. Indentation level and true. Then we've got a print int pair there. Which we need to change. Right. So print int pair. The delimiter. I guess let's set up this while we're here. So the title. Shouldn't. Oh right, so we've got two different ones: print bool and print bool pair. I assume it's going to be this that we want to use. Does anybody use print bool at all? Oh, this does. Print medium, print bool. So we've got. Okay, so print bool is the guy who does the actual work. For what it's worth. But why on earth? Ident hidden. Well, let's not overthink it, let's just do it. Excuse me. It was the thing, wasn't it? Delimiter. This is the guy that's going to be false, isn't it? We're probably going to want it to... yeah, we're probably actually going to want it to print the medium. Let's go to C0. I think I am going to try and do something like this. So what we're saying is it's going to delimit. What exactly is this delimiting? Print medium. Oh right, yeah, the hiddenness. That was it. So where have we set that? So we're saying hidden is going to be like this. I guess let's just do this. So print the ID. Let's just say the delimiter is something that we get sent as well. So it prints that. Prints the delimiter. It then prints the name. Yeah, we're going to have to sort out some stuff to do with indentation also. But we'll get there. Yeah, I suppose actually, now think about it. If we're going to do it on the same line, the indentation by right should be 0. What is this exactly? Oh, print string with indentation. Tell you what, let's not do it with indentation. Let's instead do it without. How are we saying the other things? Because I don't want to colorize them. Prepare ID. Yeah, it's kind of judging that we. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay, so it's actually yellow for the ID, and then green for the actual value. Alright, so it prints that, prints this, and then it's going to print that string. And again, this ain't going to be indented. Actually, hang on, print string takes it as a value. Sorry, by address. Who's calling this exactly? I'm going to change it to just take the string itself. received. Okay, so that does need to take that in that kind of a manner, so let's just make that like that. Suppose these guys, config error size and config errors, could probably do with taking the received in the same way. Oh. What? Hold on. So, okay, there are some here. Yeah, let's just let it take it, so we have to reference it. Does anybody else use E1? What is that? Config error expectation. Greater expectation. Lesser expectation. Alright, so print scope, I think we're just going to say this is the same kind of thing as it used to be. This one's a colour. So yeah, I don't really know what colour we should do. So can I just do this? Print pair. So what's this now taking? The delivered insertion of a new line. Alright, so print person, let's make this person to be just the indentation, isn't it? So limit to 0 and append new line for the person. Yeah, I think. Oh no, this is for the ID, isn't it? Yeah, we need to figure out how we want to print these guys out actually. So let's just say true for now actually. Actually, hang on. Print pair is taking a pair by that. This print project is going to be interesting. Isn't it? Yeah, for the print pairs. They only say the delimiter and the indentation level. So what did they like? Print pair. Let's get myself to it. So on the title. Title, delimiter, indentation of penny line. Yeah, we need to sort out how this is going to look actually. So let's just true it for now. And then we can work on it as we go. So we've already fixed print medium to take some more stuff. Delimiter and indentation. Or is it default medium? Yeah. Right. Yeah, this might actually all end up being completely different. Or not completely different. We'll get there. We will get there. Delimiter. Oh, yeah, the log level. This is in the project, isn't it? I think I'm going to get rid of that. Is this a valid thing? Yeah, I guess it is. It's just a pointer. Delimiter. That's the what's going on here? Print log level. Let's make this actually happen as well. So. Print medium, it wants it on 2. No, apparently. Medium exists. calls this? Current Pro. This looks a bit bullshit, doesn't it? Okay. So if a medium is set, then we go in and we say if default medium cannot be set from this, then we have errors. And really the outer person ought to be the person who actually prints it, shouldn't it? I'll have to watch this. Okay, so basically what this is saying, what we're going to be doing in our thing is printing this without new lining it. This person here apparently is wanting to do this, delimited like that. Too many arguments. Print ball. Yeah, okay, so yeah. So this is suggesting that we do that, do this. Well, let's just make it print out this. So it's going to print out this, delimited by that here. Print out the name, coloured in some way, then a space, and one of these. It's going to print out the icon. It's going to print out this, and that's it. Right, that's what constitutes printing out the thing. Oh, hang on, we need to print another bool, don't we? And the thing is, we're not actually saying it's not actually a bool. What we're saying is, if we're doing it like this, it's the ID, then a space. Oh, sorry. If M hidden. I see. Yeah. So if M hidden, then we'd go printf a space thingy. That's what we want. And then closing that off like that. And then only if you want to actually append a new line, do you fprintf a new line. So print project. So this is actually saying a slightly different thing. It's going to be false. But the thing is, we're going to want to do some logic, basically to see if we've got enough space for the whole thing. Yeah. You'll have to compute the size of the actual required characters, and then basically we want to actually delimit the media by a bullet point. So yeah, we're going to have to do that. Basically, we're going to have to print the first medium, and then sort of for each one, say print off this, and then print the thing. But we need to also factor in the fact that we're going to be new lining. So yeah, that's going to happen there. And I think let's do that separately. Do the new lining separately from the actual printing of the medium, if that makes sense. We'll get there anyway. Alright, so we've actually got a building program. Let's see what we're producing. Yeah, so we've got something not quite right there. So that's a medium. No, it's not that, is it? It's just that. So yeah, delimiter. We were saying the delimiters for this. Then we do the name, and then we just put the space and the thing. Perfect. title each thing. We don't want to print this, print config. We want to print out global things. Global settings. And I think the way I'd like to do this possibly is just to stick this on the left and this on the right. So we're saying global settings. Right. I feel like horizontally we've got a fair bit of space to play with actually here. Yeah. Projects is there. So the global settings, so we've got all that. I mean, maybe it'd be nice to censor it. I think we're going to want to know this anyway. We're going to want to know the number of columns in the actual terminal. Now, that's how many columns apparently there. I've got a feeling that I have a better way of doing this. It's in Silken. Let me just quickly have a look at this. Who's going to actually know about this? Probably the H actually. That's a function, yeah. So that, oh, it just sends an instruction. So it'll print it on the server. Okay, so that kind of means that it would be .c. Oh, I guess. And on dump db. Tables here. Tabulate UEB's intro. Why is that freeing the table exactly? Pushing the fields, okay, fine. Yeah, it's not that. Oh, hang on, maybe it's not actually this guy that I'll do this in. Tell you what, it might actually be the other thing. What do I call that? Rates. Here we go. Init the raw terminal. Oh, the max line length is 80. Oh shit. So I don't even do it here. Let me just see. I just want to know if using the columns variable is a reliable way of doing it. Columns variable is not meant to be a variable you set manually. It's also not exportable for the application launched by the shard EMC. this seems to be what I need. This was answered in 2014. Edited in 2019. I've read this is not standard process, is it? It's not standard process. Let's just see about that. So let's get in the thing of standard out. It's TIO CG control streams device. This manual is part of the POSIX Programmer's Manual. But this is saying string ops. And what we're saying. So that doesn't exist in here. IA control 2 is what that's saying. It conforms to no single standard. Arguments, returns, and semantics of IA control vary according to the device driver in question. The call is used as a control for operations unclear for the extreme IA model. Yeah, but again, so there's this one that isn't POSIX, and this is from the POSIX manual. So I might be inclined to actually use this guy. Except for the fact that it may be removed in a future version. F control, what does that do? File control. All right. So we want to print it centered. Effectively, we want to print this on the left, this on the right, this thing as many times as it needs, and then this in between. So we've got like and also, let's just get out exactly what we need. So the win size thing, let's just see what that's talking about. I mean, it's probably just a int would probably be fine. Yeah, of course I've lost that. Oh, hang on. So the inner car is the same, so yeah. So yeah, we want to be producing this, right? Oh, the unfortunate thing about this, we can't actually use the number of bytes that this thing is. Right. Or like the string length of it. You have to say it's 1 or 2. 1 basically. Right. Actually, hold on. 1, 2. 2 more for the spaces, and then this. Right, and then we're basically saying we want to split the this between either side. So two for the surrounding spaces, basically. Okay, so you want to print out the leftmost car, and then for int I is equal to 0, I is less than the inner cars required divided by 2. And also let's just say left cars and then we print out the leftmost car, print out the inner cars required, then we print out a space for the actual thing. I guess we could do it in the one go actually. So print that and the space, and that is text. And then we do this. In a car, and finally we print out the rightmost car. And having printed out the entire title, we actually new line it. So let's see what we've produced. So we've got the global settings partially partially correct. Not quite though. So we know that we've computed the terminal dimensions, or been told what they are. We've printed out this. So we're 2 characters too far. The inner car is required. So that's 80, the string length of the text. And we've got 2 for the space either side. Oh, and the leftmost car. So yeah, let's say the leftmost car, let's just do some ints for it just so we're a bit more explicit. And then the space count. Is that right? I think that's right. So the inner cars required in total is the available columns take away the leftmost car length I always put a length, actually, let's just do it. Take away the string length of the text, take away the rightmost car length, and space required. That should be more like what we need. Yeah, there we have it. So the global settings are going to be this. So let's print out the other things using that print title function. So there's our global settings. And there are actually more global settings, so let's just go and get those guys. So we'll find them inside the config. So database location is one of the things. Just sort of setting us up for kind of multi-platform business there. A little bit, at least. So, where's our thing gone? Database illustration. So we're printing out all of these guys. Yeah, that's it. I guess let's just do them in the order that they're here. Templates, search template. Global templates dir. Global search template path. Yeah. That's enough. We don't need to print out the template itself. Global search URL. Global theme. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So the assets root directory we've got. That's URL. So it's basically the same as all these lot, except It's the stuff above. If I'm not mistaken, in CSS dir. Yeah, okay, so I think what I can do is search and replace it. Doesn't look very promising so far. Shouldn't that be highlighting something? Yeah, that's that all. There we go. And then we've got the purple theme. This time we're talking about the right. So we don't have a global template. Nice one. Now, we have an option here. We could sort of say if something is unset, right? So let's do that. Let's just do it. So yeah, print pair. It's basically here, right? It'll print it in green bold if something is set. But I propose doing the following. If it has no length, sorry, if it has a length, then print the actual value. But if it doesn't, then what we do is we actually print the print C, CS, I think yellow is the colour. Hello, yes, tech 256, blimey, hi. How's it going? if I'm not mistaken, Tech256, aren't you the person who filmed Handmade Seattle? Who's done a video to Handmade Seattle, and is due to sort of spruce it up and upload it. Just right to documentation. Similar stuff, actually. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just printing out a config, and I think once I've done this, I will actually do some documentation also. So I'll be writing out what stuff you can configure and how to do it. So yeah, basically writing out, documenting how to produce one of these files, basically. So yeah, print it out in bold. I was thinking to say, just write on set like this, basically. Is it yellow bold that one? It's that colour that I want, which I think is the non-bold one, actually. Now another thing here, actually. You could conceivably sort of have stuff that's fatal and stuff that isn't. Don't know. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Not sure if that's exactly necessarily what we need. Yeah. So back to the config. And printing out the stuff. So database location, I think we missed that out, didn't we? Config. Oh, DB. Now it's possible I'd like to also put some spaces, put some new lines between the things. So yeah, just because there's some grouping going on here, and it seems like I did it for a reason, I guess. Respect to privacy is also something. Let's get that in. Yeah, let us print out new line. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's already new line. Yeah, of course. There you go, stick it at the start of the group. So there's a query string, and then sorry, config bool, isn't it? Bool pair, and it's respecting privacy. What is that saying? Privacy check interval, the keys. Yeah, so it's probably actually just think it's actually ignore privacy. It's actually that. Yeah. So strictly speaking, actually, this is actually backwards. So yeah, we're not ignoring privacy. I think I'm going to actually say ignore privacy. And it's gonna be actually the inverse of that, I think. So I'm gonna sort of subvert what it actually looks like. I think that would be the more sensible way of doing it. So ignore privacy is false. I think that's the most sensible way of doing it. Let's just double check that that is actually correct. So nobody sets that. Yeah. If I just set that to true, we're still running, so that should have picked up the change. So the ignore privacy is now true. Yeah, it's a bit weird, like the sense of this. Tell you what, also, you just see here, it's followed straight on. I wonder if it'd be nice, actually, to just output the number of rows that there are in the terminal. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm pondering here basically is when you start up, you print the versions. If you're going to then print an entire load of blank space for this, then this is going to end up kind of garbage basically. Like, it's not worth printing out, kind of. So if I want to not make it do that on the first time, how would I do that? So this would be the first time. Yeah, we've only got the two calls. So basically, let's just make print config take a bool. you do like this instead. Actually, is there not an actual function to do this? Or an escape sequence? So that looks exactly the same as it does, as it did, but now we actually have a whole blank terminal. But yeah, as I say, let's just change something that we can actually see. My URL. Look at how I think I'm just demoing the variable thing there. I think that's all that's good. What's going on there? So let's just remove that. That's gone. Yep, there's our collate thing. So there we go. Now look at that. Doesn't that look a bit mismatched to you? No? Okay, fine. I think it's just the fact that there's a bigger gap from there to there than there is from there to there. That's just throwing me off, I think. Alright, so let's just put that back. So there's our clear terminal function. So you've got our global settings, people and projects, and we're now printing out all of the global settings. Yeah, and again, right, I think what was sort of driving it was ignoring privacy true being a green thing isn't really a good thing. Do you know what I mean? It's more a thing that you want to sort of be saying, are you sure you should be ignoring the privacy? Basically. But anyway. Right, Stereolab's just finished. Now I would like to go and get some lunch at some point. So maybe I'll do that now, actually. Might get some lunch. Then do the people and the projects. Because we don't actually know exactly how we want to do this yet. There's things to decide. In a way that there wasn't with things to decide with this. It's just a case of doing it. The good news is that with the people, there's not going to be any like recursive things. There's nothing that contains other things, which isn't the case with the projects. Yeah, with the project we're going to have some fairly serious stuff to deal with. We've got the mediums, printing out all of those, printing out them such that they look like this. Mindful of how many columns we've got to play with and all that. It shouldn't be too big a deal, but it's something to do. And then once we've got the actual, once we've got that, and once we've got all of the information printed, we then have to start thinking about how to actually recursively print all of these dudes. So yeah, that's what I'll do after lunch. That should have been picked up, shouldn't it? So yeah, ignore privacy is now false. Yeah, cool. In fact, I could just show a kind of cool thing. So you know, like here, we're talking about the global. It's like the global level, basically, but there is no ignore privacy in the actual global thing. Ignoring privacy only applies to projects. So we're down in a project here, right? As opposed to being up in the global set. Well, so there is a ignore privacy in the global actually. Which might be a faux pas, actually. Let me just double check. Oh, right. Yeah. Ah. I'll tell you what, this is a bit of a weird one. Because this is actually a different thing. Respecting privacy actually it's actually talking about, basically it goes through all the projects. I'll just show it, does it? Well, right, so print config, ignore privacy, well, so respecting privacy, right. When we push a project onto the config, we set respecting privacy to be or equals the not of ignoring the privacy, right? So basically, it starts out probably respecting the privacy. Well, it starts out as false actually, does it? Yeah, it's going to start as false. So it doesn't know if it's respecting the privacy. Well, it thinks it isn't. But if anybody says that they're ignoring the privacy, oh, hang on a second. Oh, I've got this sense wrong here. If anybody says that they're ignoring the privacy. If we're not ignoring the privacy, if somebody says that they're not ignoring the privacy, I've got the sense wrong, I think. Yeah, if somebody says that they're not ignoring the privacy, then that isn't sufficient. I think, yeah, it starts off as not respecting privacy. Yeah, it starts off as not respecting the privacy. Is that right? But as soon as somebody says that they're ignoring it, no, hang on. I think I've got this sense right, now I think about it. Yeah, if anybody isn't ignoring the privacy, then we are respecting it. So yeah, I think I have got this sense right. Yeah, I'm going to take that all back and say that's correct. But basically what I'm kind of driving at is, in these global settings, when you set ignore privacy in the global settings, you're not actually necessarily applying that to the whole thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, for the global settings, I am going to change this and kind of hack it a little bit. So there is no key for this actually. It's actually going to be, it's not going to be a bool pair, it's just going to be a bool. Okay, and it's going to be the values, see what it actually takes. It needs a title and a bool, right. So the title is going to be going to be this, and this is going to be the actual value of the C. Well, it's just that. And will this apply the colour? Yeah, it does. So yeah, it's a little bit misleading, I guess, because we're not now talking about an actual value you can set. What we're doing is we're talking about like yeah, a situation that has been derived from what you have set, if that makes sense. Right. Maybe we need to do that. How many characters is this? That looks like 48 characters. Yeah, so I think we should be able to rely on, well, if it's false, it'd be 49. We should be able to rely on people having a terminal that's at least that wide. Respecting privacy derived from projects. So there we've got our sense, which is a bit more sensical. The true being good. Obviously we've still got this happening down here. But yeah, whatever. It kind of makes sense because, you know, you set it to this, I guess. Well, that's completely the opposite to what I was arguing before. I think it's fine though to just always say that true is green, false is red. And then away you go. Respecting privacy. Java project's true is good. So yeah, lunchtime, and then we will continue. And also probably we need to fix up a couple of things to do with where stuff is actually getting set. For example, the cache location. Where's that? The cache dir. There's no reason, and the log level, there's no reason for these guys to be per project, I don't think. So yeah, probably move these into the main config and bring them out there. But anyway, we'll get to that in due course when we get up to doing the projects probably. So yeah, thanks very much for being here, Heroes and Heroines, for being beautiful, and for being individual, I guess. So yeah, until next time, farewell for now.